First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC. Where in Sam Hills did I put the tweezers at? So, this started off as me basically putting the fans in some kind of box system because the way they were open, I kept falling, I kept knocking them over, I kept falling, I kept knocking them over. And it just became a headache. And I was like, I'm tired of going in and basically tired of going in and putting these things back up, and they just keep falling on over and over again. So I need to put them in some kind of housing or casing for the time being. I was in the process of basically doing a fan system, which I'm probably still going to build it. I don't know. But now I'm stuck in this project right here. And you know me, at the end of the day, I never do anything normal. Always got to do something a little bit crazy. I'm trying to figure out where I put my tweezers at. They shouldn't be in here. Definitely shouldn't be in here at all, because I lose stuff in this container. So they're not in there. Alright, I think of another place where we stuck them at. Right in my pockets. No. I would lose those. I wouldn't. Definitely would lose those. Those tweezers. Probably put them somewhere weird, knowing me. Kind of bad at having putting stuff in weird places. Nothing over there, nothing back there. So basically, yeah, my channel is about home theater projection screen paints, but every once in a while we build some crazy stuff. Like that. Which I'm still working on. Let me see. Tweezers. Nothing here. No tweezers. Nothing. I just had those things. Alright, let me get my box stand for this. Trying to figure out where we located and lost our tweezers at. Well, we're gonna figure out where else the tweezers at. Put them somewhere weird. So yeah, I got this crazy imagination. I see things a little differently. I don't see things as other people see them. Everybody who basically builds and designs, they just see stuff differently. They might just see a stack of tires, they see something completely different. Might see an abandoned car, they see something completely different. Different way of seeing things. So I was looking at the fan system, I'm thinking I gotta do something with this, because there's big old bulky boxes on the desk, and they have to go. And I'm tired of looking at them. But I want to build something different. I did the box fan system already. I built one of those. But I want to do something really crazy looking. So, first started with getting some old boxes over there in the corner. And then it started off with this whole crazy sculpture, which kind of a scrap screen power station. I'll explain to you what we're doing here. It's a fast project. It doesn't take a lot of money. Something really fast and quick, and something cool on my desk to look at. That's going to have a lot of cool reaction to it. And it's going to involve projection, of course, because it is going to have projector mapping technology painted to the sculpture, so that way I can go in and map off of it. Gee whiz Louise. Lost my tweezers. I just got those tweezers. I literally just had those tweezers a couple minutes ago on the desk. And that fast, that quick, we lost them. I'm just thinking, I put them in my change jar. Yeah, I did. I put them in my change jar. Why would I stick them in there? That's the last place you want to have these things at. You will never find those things in there. They're not supposed to be in there. I gotta argue with myself sometimes. Like, you know you're not supposed to have that in there. Let me turn this projector on. It's going to tweezers because we had to put some tape up here to hold it together. And I tell you, that's stick. Now glue basically is just kind of it doesn't even stick that well. I'm gonna get up on this edge right here. I got tape here to hold it down because the glue wouldn't stick correctly. This is cardboard, so it should have been able to stick. So, and I like to document everything that I do, because I can always go back and check and say, how did you put this together? How did you put that together? I can always go back and look at that. So that's why I said at the end of the day, it's not about views and it's not about subscribers and all that stuff. Everything is for documentation. Other people look at my videos, if they're building something, putting something together, they go check out our videos. Like, how the heck did they put that together? It's right there. So they can learn a lot of stuff from what we do. And we'll be talking about that screen today, but right now we're going to be building a little bit with this today. I got to go pick up some more glue because I killed my glue on the other screen over there. So all this, we're just putting our overlay. We're going to be putting cardboard piece after cardboard piece, little small tiny pieces all throughout this to give it a more realistic effect. And then once that's done, then we basically coat it all black with our, going to be using mapping screen paint all over this. Now if you're worrying about the fans not being to come out, they're not made to come out. As a matter of fact, if the fans die, this is fantastic because it actually gives it a more realistic effect. Because there's fans that actually are going to be connected on top of these. So I'm building a little scaffold. We're going to have fans picking up from probably like these are 140s. So we can go to 120s and 80s, which will give it a nice kind of standout effect to it. Got a nice funnel system in the back. All that's going to be made out of the cardboard. It's got a kind of a, I'd say like, what do you call it? Like, not Bioshock. I would say like, I can't think of the name of it. I literally play this game. Borderlands kind of look to it, sculpture look to it. And then once we get it all done in black, everything's coated nicely, then we go in with the art where we do detail work. That's why we got the extra fine brushes over there. We go into the little detail work and we put a little splatter effect with some glow in the dark here and there. And then we got our nice little neon powder right here, so we can basically enhance our colors and stuff. And that's going to give it a nice little effect. This is going to come up in nice and green because I need to take the neon and do this in green, and this is everything else is going to come up in nice blue. And then we're going to use these right here, these cables right here, to be able to make it look like the fans are actually drawing power from the makeshift power station we're going to build behind. We're just going to pick up an old radio, take it apart, redesign it, and turn it into a power station. And that's pretty much it. Simple, easy, McCheesy stuff. That's all. Nice little cool display I can have on my desk. Something fun to look at. And I'm trying to figure out where we can get some characters. I do want some little men around there, like they're doing some work on the power station, or we might just have to build them ourselves. Let me see. You know, I like 3D printing, but I think 3D printing is too easy. It's, you know, if you wanted something built before 3D printing came in, you had to work with clay, stuff like that. You know, popsicle sticks, pipe cleaners, stuff like that. Now today with 3D printing, it's too easy because, you know, you can just print something out and you're done. The whole thrill of basically being able to build it with your own hands has pretty much been taken away through 3D printing. Not a big fan of it. I'm not. I'm into the old-fashioned arts of building it all by hand. Like 3D printing houses, that's fine and all. I'd rather build it by hand. And then at least, you know, at the end of the day, you built it with your own hands. Not a machine did it for you. Now, some people may say, well, it's faster. Yeah, but, you know, I still rather build it by hand. I got a friend of mine who does all his sculptures by hand. He would never imagine having a machine do it at the end of the day. It doesn't really put your passion into it, if you know what I mean, at the end of the day. So as you see these cardboard pieces like this? If you leave them like this, it looks kind of tacky. So you have to put like the cardboard with a little outlining here around it and then put something here. You have to make it stand out. So you're going to repeat this over and over and over again to give it a more repeat effect. Now, if we really want to go buck wild on this and do something really insane, we can put individual screws in this baby, which I've done that before too. Little small micro screws and a little bit of liquid cement, and we can actually put screws in here to make it like we got fragment metal pieces. So what we're going to do for the design for this is I could projector map this, or we can go berserk and we can basically make this thing look like some rusted apocalypse steel, and then basically drop in a bunch of screws into it, make it look absolutely insane. We go the crazy way. I think I might go the crazy way. That's the way to do it. So if you're running how the fans are running off a Molex adapter. So this is a Molex adapter that allows you to run PC parts without the PC. Of course, there's a nice little kill switch down here, so you can turn everything on and off when you want to, right there. And yes, you can power your lights and everything you want right through here with no problem. So we're going to be running fan speeders through this to speed up the fans. This is actually designed not only to be a cool decoration on my desk, but also to give me cool air. So we're going to run that through it too. We're going to put that into the power station. I think I might be putting a little bit of a bigger platform here for this. Maybe a little bigger platform. Because we want to put the power station, all the wires and cables in it. And of course we have this big long cable here. This is where the PVC small tubing comes from, because we can actually run a little pipeline from here, back in here, and hide everything. I've got glue everywhere, don't I? So yeah, it started off by just being put it into a box so I can get it out of the way, to this at the end of the day. Never do anything normal. You know, it's amazing because as I'm looking at it, putting it together, the Lord shows me the idea we can do with this. I thought we could do this with it. So what do you want? You want to leave it this way? You want to do it this way? And I'm like, I want to do it this way. So that's how all this started. And then we have to go out and get some glue when everybody is awake, because apparently when I get up, no one's up. It'd be nice if stores opened up at 6 o'clock. That'd be fantastic. Just grand, but that's impossible. People got to get prepped and get things ready. Just because I'm up doesn't mean I have to go. Okay, well, let me see. Out of glue, and that's something we do need to finish this right here. Got a little bent steel action going on over here on this right here. And these are props. I build my own props for my PC. If I want something for my PC power station, whatever you want, we build our own props for it. Can't go out and buy that stuff. That's one of the things you learn when you do PC mods. If you're not buying any of that stuff, you're going to be building all of it. And I'd rather build it than 3D print it at the end of the day. 3D printing I would probably use for something that I know it'd be impossible for me to put together, then that's what it comes. But if I can build it, I'm doing it with my own hands. I've seen people build. You ever seen people build the Gundams out of cardboard? Have you seen those things? They literally cut out their own. I mean, wait, there's a guy I knew who did that kind of crazy stuff. They literally blueprint and they print out their own Gundams, all out of cardboard. No printing jack at the end of the day. I think that's freaking insane. A friend of mine who did that. I was not on his level, nowhere near on his level. I could never do anything like that. That's insane. It's crazy. Cardboard Gundams. And people build power suits that they can walk around, and I'm like, what the heck? Yeah. Look at that. Someone built that complete thing out of cardboard. No 3D printing, nothing. Cardboard. This is what, really? Seriously? This is what you call skill at the end of the day. That's skill. No expensive machines, no toxic chemicals, nothing. They built that out of cardboard. That is freaking insane right there. They do all kinds of stuff. They build tanks. All kinds of stuff. I think, and I'm not busting on people. Don't get me wrong. We do 3D printing. Hey, it's all for you. I've seen some pretty amazing stuff with 3D printing, right? You're still going to have to build it piece by piece. You're still going to have to take piece by piece by piece and put the whole thing together. You're still going to have to. But I'm talking about people who print the whole thing out. If you're printing the whole thing out, like this case, say this is a container of glue, you just print out a whole entire container of glue and you paint it. Yeah, but you got people who build stuff piece by piece. You still got to build all the pieces. You still got to design them. But this is cardboard. You know how cheap it is for cardboard? Cardboard's free. Absolutely free. And you got people doing this with it. Get the freak out. I hate stuff that pops up on my screen. That's absolutely all free. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. But I had a friend of mine who did that. He was showing me the blueprint. It's this crazy sheet. It has each little square for this, and this. And You just go in and just cut it out and you piece it all together. I'm like, how do you know which one goes away? Like 60 pieces, 70 pieces. You've got to be kidding me. Look at the size of that thing. Yeah. What's the point of going out? I think these are people that have evolved beyond the models. Because when you build enough of these things, I'm pretty sure after a while you start thinking to yourself, like, you know what? I can just make my own at the end of the day. I can just cut out and note everything I do and put it together myself. You know how much money you save? Same thing for people who design PCs. Once you start stripping these machines apart, taking them apart, you take the whole case apart, you start realizing that, oh, you don't have to buy a case anymore. I can put a case in any piece anywhere you want. You start building your own cases. That's where that comes in. You evolve past it all. Let me see. Same thing with our screen paint. Some people were basically sticking screens and windows and absorbing sunlight. They weren't going and submersing screens underwater and all that crazy stuff. We started doing all that crazy stuff at the end of the day. Look how many people leave the room when I say screen paint. It hurts you, don't it? I know it hurts you because I see you leave. I know it hurts you. You can't stand that. It bothers the daylights out of you when I say screen paint. You know why? My stuff is better. That's why. That's why you had no choice but to leave. Let me tell you something. If you're in a room with a person who plays basketball way better than you do, you can't stand to be in a room with that person if you're jealous. If you're not jealous, you could be in the room all day long with that person. Joke with him, have fun with him, y'all go out to eat, whatever. That don't faze you at the end of the day. He's a better player than you. At the end of the day, he's your friend. That's all that matters. But if you're jealous of him, you can't be in the same room with him. It drives you nuts. That's why when I come in, I say certain keywords. I say them on purpose because they leave automatically. And here watching my channel. You ain't got nothing better to go get some cereal and watch some cartoons in my channel. We know you in here. That's why I say keywords on purposely, because I know you leave. We know you in here, biting your bottom lip, all upset, trying to see me do something wrong. Look at you, early in the morning, already hating at 7:15 in the morning. Gee whiz, that tells you something right there. If you wake up in the morning and you got hatred for somebody at early in the morning, you definitely need God at the end of the day. Because I can tell who wakes you up in the morning, and it sure ain't Jesus. You got the devil waking you up in the morning. Wake up hating somebody. How do people live their lives? And you wonder why you're having strokes and heart attacks and all that stuff. Yeah, because you know what you're doing? Hatred brings on stress. A lot of stress. Yep, it'll bring on heart attacks, the whole 9 yards, strokes, all that good stuff. At the end of the day, well, not good stuff, but you know what I'm talking about. Up in the morning, hating on somebody. There's people get up in the morning and see Frank's beautiful lawn, walk out the door, be angry at Frank, because Frank gets up early in the morning, works hard to get himself a nice lawn, and they wake up in the morning hating on your car, hating on your house, hating on everything. Come in and see your kitchen like, I hate these jokers out there. Look at that kitchen. Man, that's a refrigerator. Oh, come on. You're hating on you. You'd be surprised. Everybody don't like haters. Haters are too lazy to get up and work for it. They'd rather hate on your stuff. It's easier to hate on your stuff than go up and work for it. It is. It's easier for them to hate on stuff. So all they do is hate. It's funny for me at the end of the day. I'll be cracking up. I get hate email all the time. I'll be in there crying, laughing over it. At the end of the day, you just tell me my stuff is better than yours. Because if your stuff was better, you wouldn't be hating. You'd be showing. There you go. Everybody know what I'm talking about. You got the private parking lot. You worked for it, right? You burned that candle, came in late, left late. Boss seen you was working hard, got the promotion. They over in the corner all bitter looking at you like, Got the company parking lot, and you got the company bathroom, got the big office on the top floor. They over there like, Not your real friends. Your real friends be over there congratulating you. Good job. Fantastic job. Let me go buy you a drink. Let me go get you some dinner. Whatever you want at the end of the day. I'm proud of you. Those are your good friends. Get the hater be over there. Bitter as bitter can be. Some of y'all take it too far. Some of y'all get mad when I pour vinegar in somebody's backyard because you want to see a yellow spot pop up or the grass die. I've seen people do that. Literally pour vinegar over the gate on somebody else's green lawn because they just want to see their lawn just basically have a flaw in it because they're upset. Yeah, guess what? Go to jail for basically doing something stupid. How are you getting? You get your butt kicked in jail for dumb stuff. You know that, right? They will literally kick you behind for being in for dumb stuff. Especially when they've been in there for a while and they realize the freedom that they lost. You got in here for what? You got to be freaking kidding me. Guess what he got in here for? Yeah, dumping vinegar over on somebody else's lawn. People do some dumb stuff because they get mad. They come out there and be in your face like, oh, how did that? That's a shame. I'm sorry. Yeah, there are people like that. You know what I'm talking about. Especially if you get yourself a brand new car and you're parking in your parking lot. I guarantee you, in your neighborhood, there got to be at least, I say, 7 to 8 haters already staring at your vehicle and hating on you already. Because they mad. Go to work with a brand new car? There you go. Oh, you must be doing good. Making that extra money. Got glue on me. Making that extra money. Haters. We'll find a continent somewhere on the earth and we'll take all the haters and we'll just stick them there. And then they can just all hate on each other. Matter of fact, that ain't a bad idea. Now, I'm not talking about sticking way out there, but I'm talking about it's not a bad idea to just have a channel for haters. Haters can just hate on haters. Oh my goodness. The Haters Club on freaking JB Chappelle. Yeah, that's you guys at the end of the day. Hate, 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 hate. That's you guys at the Haters Club. Somebody over there with a Jerry curl talking about, Remember that? When they was busting the guy's hair? Talking about the hair's a catastrophe. I'm going to say what he said about the other guy. It was messed up. The guy was like, sprayed his hair. Y'all the Haters Club. Y'all the Haters Club. That's funny. Let's get back to my plot right here. Oh, man. You got to laugh at them. They funny. They funny. Never, I'm going to tell you something today. Never engage in a hater's nonsense. The haters are out there acting up. Don't come down to their level. You got the upper hand already. You already have it. Who cares if they hate on you? That's what you have to understand. Don't feed into their nonsense at the end of the day. Just look at them because they're idiots. Because at the end of the day, you already won. You have the upper hand. That's why they're hating on you. Because you have the upper hand. People get mad when somebody say something nasty about their vehicle, car, house, whatever, lawn. And they get mad about it. Me on the other hand, when you say something nasty about my stuff, I just expose you for being just a bigger idiot and bigger failures that you make every day trying to compete with me. And they get angry over that. So you've already won. There's no point in basically me going out and doing the same shenanigans and tactics that they do. That's just stupid at the end of the day. I already won. That kind of hurts, don't it, hater? That hurts big time. Yeah, when you contact me crying and whining and cursing me out and talking about my cat and my family, that don't bother me. You just told me I already won. Why would I engage on that? I just expose you and say, look at the haters right here. Anytime a hater is going to contact me, I'm going to put it on YouTube, put you on blast. Like, look, this is him right here complaining. You know how you end up at? Not on YouTube. You end up on Facebook. You end up on all the forum sites. You go everywhere. So when you call that number right there and you carry on, your voice recording gets posted everywhere. Everywhere. And have you ever seen the search engine optimizers we designed at the end of the day? Yeah, we post you to one of them. You're everywhere. You just went everywhere. So everybody hears you whining and crying. And we posted, look, our product is so good that the haters are crying about it. That's what you're posted as. So you bring me more business at the end of the day. We use your hate to get more business. Yeah, you people, haters, you use that in the day. What did Cat Williams say? If you got yourself 30 haters on you, then you go get yourself 30 more haters. You must be doing something right if they're hating on you that hard. And these guys hate on me extra hard. So hard, they accumulated criminal charges on them. Super hard. So you know the jealousy's there. That's why I tell people, if someone's hating on you, don't engage in their nonsense. Sit back and laugh at them. Because you know why? You must be doing something good, and you've already won the fight already from the door if they're hating on you that hard. There you go. That's why you don't see me snapping, cursing, carrying on. I'll be laughing when I read through this stuff and everything. But just let you haters know that when you contact me, we relabel and put a video up that says, my stuff is so good. This is how the haters respond. Your voice recordings, they get posted everywhere, not just YouTube. I got like 16 channels on Facebook. I got freaking another 18 forum sites I sit on. On top of that, we got other sites that we're connected to. You get splashed all across all of that. So everybody hears your voice, carrying on and getting upset over my product being so good. So you use that at the end of the day. Now they don't want to call me no more. Making me sad. Yeah, don't engage in that nonsense. Now, when they do dumb stuff like things to cross the line and break the law, then that's when you basically get the court system involved in that. That's how you handle that business. Don't go over and make threats. Don't do none of that. Get the court system involved in that. Then the hater got even bigger problems at the end of the day because now you're going to go to court for the same dumb stuff he done. And you collect everything he's done. Keep it all in because you got to show the judge that when you walk in that courtroom. So hater gets to see all his nonsense all over again. And you get to sit there and watch the hater at the end of the day. Two things. Either go to jail or pay you a ton of money. Or both. And at the whole entire time, you're just sitting there laughing at hater. Look at you. You're just doing dumb stuff. There you go. That's how you deal with all that nonsense. But people, sometimes you got to be careful. People get caught up in the hatred of the hater. And they go out and they do dumb stuff like the hater. And then now you got yourself in the same situation that the hater wanted you to be in to begin with. Just sit back and laugh at the hater. That's what you do. Let them bark. When they bark and carry on and yell like that, they crying. Hater. All right, so I'm figure a brush on. Ain't that right, Taco? They be hating on you, don't they? They be hating on you. Them haters. That's what Cat Williams said. You must be doing something right. If they contacting you like that and yelling and carrying on, you must be doing something to them. Because if their product was good, they wouldn't be calling you and contacting you and cursing you out, would they? They'd be showing it off on YouTube. And what? There you go. There's a hater. Upset and angry. Look at the hater in its natural habitat. Over there, extra angry, extra confused, just lashing out with all kinds of insults. He is what you call a 100% bona fide hater. Yeah, that's what you do. You don't engage in that dumb nonsense. You've already won. Ain't no point in arguing with them. Ain't no point in talking with them. You've already won. The fact that you exist, the fact that your product, car, house, or whatever you have that they're hating on is there and you own it, you already won because they don't have it. And that's why they're hating on you. I know they sitting in the room upset now. They look in the room right now, they bitter right now, upset by the very words I just said. What are you going to do, hater? You're going to go on your channel, you're going to cry some more. Send more messages over. You ain't hurt me at the end of the day. I'm just be laughing at you over here. What are you going to do? Just be more bitter, right? That's all you can do. Okay. And we're just going to sit there and laugh at you. I already won. There you go. Now, let's get back to my design. I like to give a little message to that hater every morning when he gets upset. You know what you need to do? You need to take all that hatred and give it to God. That's what you need to do. Because you serve the devil. That's what you do. That's why I don't engage in you. Nope, I already won. That's why you're angry. Bam! Now we need more glue for this. We got the neon powder because we're going to need this because these are reactor fans right here. Ooh, they're blowing nicely. But once we get the speeder on it, we can speed them up a little bit more. That'd be beautiful. So I thought it'd be something cool to set on top of the desk. I got to figure out. I might have to build our own workers because I want some workers down there. Somebody hanging off like a nice scaffold system would be nice to put in here. Like they're working on something. That would be cool. Oh yeah, because you can get those little strobes, some little flash strobes. Or we can put them down here. I have to put in a peekaboo window so you can see some of the components, but we're definitely going to have to put in a little flash strobe, like a little electricity popping off. So this is going to be a little interesting, cool project right here to put together. Just had to make that short announcement real quick. That's all, people. That's all. We got to get some more glow-in-the-dark paints. Like I said, these paints are good, but the problem you have with these paints, they go dull really quick. They don't keep their glow. That's the problem. That's why you got to buy these powders. These powders enhance it. See how it don't take much for this stuff to glow? See underneath this light right here? And look at this. See that? See how it activates that quick? Where you have something like this. Let me see if it's in the same color. Well, this is actually clear. Like this, and you stick it up there near the light right there where it's at right now, right? And you bring it down here. It really don't give off nothing. It's the same thing anywhere you go, right? But if you look at this, see the color of this, right? Now we go stick it this underneath the light right there. Bam. Now we bring it down here. See that? This glows much better. We use these as activators. They're fantastic. This is all you need. You don't need a lot. Put in this one. You put too much in, stuff becomes like cement. So you don't want to do that. Put a little bit in it to take the activate it. Now they do make it in different colors and they do make it clear. They make it in reds, blues, greens, different colors. And for those you got the bright idea to stick this in the screen paint, yeah, go ahead. I'll sit back and laugh at you because that's going to be a failure altogether. We did it already a long time ago, about 10 years ago. Didn't go too well at all, period. It had all kinds of issues. But anyway, yeah. And this stuff will react to UV lights extremely fast. As a matter of fact, this is what's on here right now. It's the activator on here. Makes your stuff glow really, really nice. And you don't have to have black lights. So some people say you need black lights to get it to react. You don't need black lights for this. Anything will trigger it. Anything. Let me see for a minute. So that fan glows? Yeah, because it's got that. Well, of course, it's got LED lights in it, but it has that activator. This one has it too. But see how this is glowing already? See? From that nice little charge. Now, this is the green one right here. Let me see, where's the green one at? Just had the green one a few minutes ago. Damn it. This one I'm going to turn out the lights and you can't see jack at the end of the day. Is that green? I don't even know which one's green. Let's get the lights back on. Should be able to see it. That's blue. This is green. All right, this is green. All right, so see this one right here? Take this one. And this is the one you buy when you go to Amazon. These basically are nice, but you're going to have black lights to get on the trigger. But unless you're going to have your whole place with black lights, that's going to suck. And this right here is the activator. Put that up there real quick underneath the lights, like that. All right. Now, we got them side by side. Right here, side by side, here and here, right there. All right, now watch this. This is also great for Halloween. See what I mean? See how this one glows better than this one? There you go. So if you're doing your Halloween decorations, I'm not a big fan of Halloween, I don't really celebrate it all that much anymore. But if you're doing anything involving glowing, this is what you want to do. So the trick is to buy this and put a little bit of this in it, and it activates it, makes it glow better, much better. Doesn't take much to trigger it at all, period. Great. Maybe I should have plugged in the blue light over here. That would be the blue light. We got anything with USBs over here we can plug something into? Let me see. Got that blue light over. That's what I use. Let's go bring this over here. All right, so see how this is the green one, right? Yeah, this is the green one. It's not green. It is green. It looks yellow to me. This literally looks yellow. I swear. Yeah, it is green. There we go. Let's go again. All right. So now if we take this near the blue light, right? Now you see it start to glow, right? But if you bring it over here, it doesn't glow. But this over here glows. Any little light will trigger this off. Any little light. Any light here will trigger this off easily. Even the pink light will trigger it off. Now you bring it over here, charges it up. See how it's glowing right there? This is much better with the activator. Doesn't take much. That's it. You can turn your lights off and this thing still would be charged up. Turn your lights off, that doesn't charge anymore. So what we do is we mix this and with that, and that allows, whoa! Yeah, I gotta be careful in here. This is why I don't like dark environments all the time. Let me see what we tripped over. Cable there. All you have to do, where's the stand at? Put you guys over there. While we're talking about that, I put this back up. I almost tripped over this and broke my neck in the dark. But anyway, as I said before, that powder right there, just put that in there, and then boom, automatically from the door, activate all your glow in the dark paints. I don't care what you have, as long as it's glow in the dark. It can't be non-glow in the dark because it doesn't work that well. The test already, it doesn't work. But these right here that you get from Amazon, you buy $18 for this pack right here. They don't glow for jack, just a little bit, not a lot, right? But if you take a little trick and you put this powder into it, this will get it to trigger. This stuff will glow like crazy. Like crazy. As a matter of fact, hold on for a minute. Make sure we don't trip over the cord again. Move this out of the way. This is the same paint that's sprinkled, I patted all over here. It all glows in the dark. It triggers off to everything because it has that powder in it. That's why. Yep. That's what you want to use. So if you're doing costumes or whatever you're doing with it, put that powder in it, and that's it. You don't have to put a lot. That just goes a long way. I'd say like not even 1/4, like a little bit. That's all you would need to get this to trigger. That's it. Doesn't take a lot. Everything wants to fall over like me. All right, that's all done right there. It's glad to come on my channel and do odd things and teach people new stuff that they can do at the end of the day. But every once in a while, we got to bring up about the haters because they're in my channel. They're in everybody's channel over there. I'm already trying to get done my channel. There's probably 8 or 9 more channels they go to, and they're screaming and yelling in there. Like, seriously, get a life. You got nothing productive better to do in your life when you get up in the morning. You know how short life is, as I said before. You'll be here today, gone tomorrow. And you're going to really spend whatever little time you have on this earth doing nothing and hating on other people at the end of the day? Really? Yeah, when you get old, you got time to think about that. And you go, gee whiz, I wasted all that time doing that dumb stuff. I could have been doing this. As I'm having this conversation about you doing dumb stuff, look what I'm doing with my time. Doing this really cool display right here. This thing's going to be sick when I get done with it. Doing this. Doing this. Doing this. Doing that. You know what I mean? If I'm going to be talking at the end of the day, at least I'm doing something productive while I'm doing it. Wow. I'm going to the park today to sit down and have myself a root beer because I need it. That thing drove me crazy yesterday. Man, I just listened to God and just did not crack that thing in half. We literally would have had the screen. The screen's up there right now, but it's in half. But also, too, you learn something from things, too. Mistakes, you can always learn from mistakes and things that happen. Because now out of that surface right here, not only did we get a solution to be able to coat this surface now, but now we also, too, got a chance to see when we slap 2 of these screens together that you really can't see a seam between them at all, period. It looks like one big screen, which is what we're going to have to do over here. Because we're going to do a Velcro panel system. That's what we're going to do. Because we're going to make sure they fit nice and tight together. So you can get these Velcro strips over the big wide ones, the heavy duties, over at Amazon. I use them all the time for hanging stuff up. And you basically, let me see, best way to do this. We got pen and paper with this. This is basic, simple design, a bunch of scribbling. Like I'm trying to give you football plays at the end of the day. What the frick is that, Mr. Bird? What are you writing down there? That makes no sense whatsoever. That's a bunch of gibberish. I can't understand that. Can you imagine me in an office with a whiteboard? What we got here, we're going to put this over there, we're going to connect this to there, over here, the squiggly line over there, that and over there, and like, what in the world? Seriously? I got to get drunk to do this class. I'll just be your teacher at the end of the day, like, what the freak? Did you write? Did anyone understand what he wrote on the board? I'll be one of those teachers. Like, you would like look at the board like, what the freak did he write? But anyway, there are teachers that do that stuff. I can't stand it when they do that. All right, so this right here is your panel, right? This is your panel. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take a piece double-sided, but you don't need double-sided, just one-sided. And we're going to put the Velcro over here on this side, like this. So one half of the Velcro is going to be on the panel and the other half is going to be free. Now, then we're going to put the opposite side of that on the other side. So when we lay the panel down, it's going to fit right snug against here and lock in place. That's it. And we're going to use extra long thumbtacks, because they make them for furniture. These leave really tiny holes in the wall, which we want to make sure we hit the white area, because that'd be the easiest area to patch, which I did explain all this to them, because I don't want to drill. This has previous holes that were already in by the whiteboard, so we just went over and put those in there. We didn't have to go much, we just dropped them in. It was hanging from that, so because it's lightweight. But I don't want to drill any holes in, and I don't want any volcano effects, which means basically when you drill something and you pull it out and all the plaster pulls out with the screw, it leaves a kind of little volcano in there. We don't want that. We want a clean shot in and out. And since these boards are super light, we're not going to have anything heavy. This would basically hold it perfectly. So we push these in. No problem. They connect in. They hold the screen. That's pretty much it. When we pull them out, they leave a nice little pinhole in there. And all we have to do is take a Q-tip with a dab of putty and just put it in there and with a white paint or gray paint, get something to match this. You might probably have to take a picture and take it to Home Depot and just dab it in, and that's it. It's covered up. Never was even there. Ta-da! Ta-da! And it all came from this right here. So even in trials and tribulations where you're basically going through things and the Lord is teaching you stuff as you go along, even in your mistakes, you'll have victory. Because God doesn't make any, we make mistakes, but God doesn't make mistakes. God fixes mistakes that we make. He doesn't make any mistakes at all. He's perfect. So we make the mistakes. Because if I didn't basically, well, it's interesting because I even learned more, but then you don't want to go down that road because still God would probably tell me all that stuff anyway. But still, yeah. Turned out fantastic, but we still have to do the screen all over again. But this time when I do this one, I'm going to do 2 of these because the projectors give off like a white oversplash. They all do it. So basically we want to make sure it absorbs into the screen. And you see when we did the giant screen over here, how much light splashed throughout the entire environment? Yeah, that's what I talk about. That's what white and gray screens do. That's why they're horrible in dedicated theater rooms, because all that light is splashing all over the environment. And some people would say, well, what if you just paint the environment dark? Doesn't it absorb? Technically, it doesn't. It doesn't. To a certain degree, it does. It still can splash light up there. And another problem you're going to have, even if you do paint the environment dark, how are you going to change the fact that you can't see an infinity contrast level? Because you know your contrast levels don't read in the dark. They don't. As a matter of fact, that's a fantastic topic. Next, do your contrast. We did that one already. What the freak? I remember we've done that multiple times. We did that on a 20,000 to 1 contrast projector. We even did it outside and it didn't work. Anyway, moving on. But anyway, it don't work. Not in the dark. They don't at all, period. They don't work. The colors don't work either. So guess what? Gray and white screens are the absolute worst screen you can have in a dedicated theater room. And for those of you who are telling me, you're wrong. A gray screen is a fantastic screen to have in a dedicated theater room. All right, let me explain something to me. When Batman's car pulls up, what color is it? Is it black or gray? Star Wars, outer space, fight scene? What color is that? It's sky. It's outer space. Is it black or gray? Darth Vader, when he pops up on the screen. Hey, what color is he? Is he gray or is he black? He's black, right? Right, then there you go. Then you're not seeing it at 100%. But my projector, I get this all the time, my projector has a so-and-so, you still can't see it. Turn your lights on. So let me get this straight. You paid $3,500 for a projector with a 5 million to 1 contrast or 2 million to 1 contrast that you can only use when the lights are out, because you can't use them when the lights are on. Doesn't work. So you spent that kind of money for a projector that you can only use when the lights are off. That sounds horrible. That means you have to be in the dark all the time to use your projector, right? There you go. There you go. It's hard for people who make the gray screen paint product to be able to process that. It's hard for them because they brainwash themselves to make them believe that they're actually seeing a black level, and they try to brainwash other people to make them think that they're seeing a black level. Turn your lights on. I got a challenge I did for ultra short throws outside. Ultra short throw outside, pull a star throw. Show me. At the end of the day, show me. Because I go on form sites all the time, and especially with the gray screen paints, I'm definitely have oodles of them in there. And all I hear is contrast, 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 contrast. And I'm like, where are you pulling this contrast from? Where is this coming from? What kind of freaking Harry Potter freaking magical hat that you have at the end of the day? You're showing me a gray. We used to develop gray screen paint, so please spare me. And you're going to tell me that it pulls the contrast up. Show me, please. I would love to see this. Do we literally have to take someone to court to put you in front of a judge so we can stop all this YouTube nonsense, and let's get this into a courtroom where you can't go in there and do your little song and dance? You're right there in front of a judge. Explain to us how this is possible, because I would love to hear this. I'm telling you, next year, when we get everything settled in and done, the first person that pops up and talks about how their gray screen paint pulls a 100% contrast level, I'm taking your butt to court. You know why? Because I want to hear this. I want it on court record document that you can show that screen, because I get tired of going to these form sites and hearing the same mumbo jumbo of saying we pull 100% contrast. We pull 100% contrast. But your environments are so super dark. Contrast can be read. Black can read whether the lights are on and off. It's a neutral color. So it's white, neutral color. You don't hear us saying, oh, our black screens pull a 1% white level. You don't hear gunmetal saying we pull a 100% white level. Gray screens try to say it, but they shouldn't say it because you can't say it because you don't do it, period. I don't care how light your mix is at the end of the day. You can't read 100% white. Only white screens can do that. And if you're judging your product on basically based on its performance capability, that's saying that it's a more superior product due to the fact that it pulls a higher white level, which you're completely backwards on that one, then the white screen would be the most expensive screen because it actually pulls 100% white because it's neutral. Blah, blah, blah. And the first thing I hear is when I say turn your lights on, this is the excuses we get. Well, projector screens were designed to be used in dark environments. So there's no need to turn the lights on. It's unnecessary. That's just extra stuff at the end of the day. You're using out your shirt though, right? You're not what that projector is designed for. It's designed to replace a TV. TVs can be used in a fully lit environment. Well, how about your projector at the end of the day? You do all that with the lights on? It's not necessary. It's not needed. Excuse, 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 excuse. Next year when I get all this stuff settled and done, first person that pops up and says that nonsense, I'm going to your company, I'm going to find your information, and I'm going to drag you into a courtroom. Please tell me how that's possible. Please explain it. Because I get a runaround in every single room. Now, the gunmetal technologies, when we're in there with their high-end screens at the end of the day, we ask them the same thing, same question. How are you guys reading? You're charging $5,000 for a screen. How much did you pay for that thing at the end of the day? Like $5 grand? Does that thing see 100% contrast? Just because you're a little darker than the rest of them, you still don't see it. And all period. We get the arguments in there too. No, trust me. Oh, we're a physical screen at the end of the day. Of course we can see it. You know, the physical screens think they're more powerful than screen paints. You do know that, right? I get that slack. I get that crap all the time. Every single time I pop up in a form site, we show up a screen. Here comes the physical screen. You can't beat a physical screen because we're more powerful than you. And then I show them a demonstration, me blowing out all the physical screens, and they're like, doo-doo. All right, bye. Talk to you later. All right, that's pretty much it right there. Yeah. We got a screen paint that can beat a physical screen. You know how happy that makes me at the end of the day? That's why I say these screen paints will be crying and whining to me at the end of the day. We don't care. Physical screen. That's what you're going to have to take on at the end of the day. Stop crying about me at the end of the day and go get yourself some certifieds. Do some testing in real well-lit environment and go against the certified. That's what you need to do. Because I guarantee you get that screen innovation technology, that stuff will beat the crap out of your screen paints at the end of the day. I told you a black diamond can read at 50 lumens in a garage. It makes a gray screen look dull and washed out. It's the reason why the screens cost that money at the end of the day. Yeah, go get yourself some certified screens. All of them. Yeah. All right. And get back to this crappy family. I gotta look for these little people at the end of the day. We need some little characters. We need some little maintenance men. But they gotta look weird, like little robots. Maybe better if they were robots. Little tiny miniature robots. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, somebody makes these at the end of the day. Kudos to you. Oh, you gotta paint these jokers. Challenge accepted. Oh, these are freaking cool. Look at these little guys right here. These are cool. You gotta paint these yourself. You have to paint them yourself. They come. Oh yeah, I'll do this. Definitely do these. Yeah, look at that. Oh heck yeah, these are perfect. This has got like a nice little retro look to them. I can put them in different areas. Put little tools in them like they're really wiring and working stuff together. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. I like the 100-piece set for 13 bucks. This is why I gotta start exploring more stuff on Amazon. This is pretty cool. So yeah, we're gonna do this right here. We're gonna put a nice little, oh look how tiny they are. Oh, they're gonna look sick. I gotta put a little scaffold system in next. So we're gonna do a scaffold system. Let me see, we definitely need some pipe cleaners for that. That's what we're gonna do, a nice little scaffold system in there so that we can show them working on different areas of the whole power grid system. Whole power supply. Like, pretty cool design. I like designing stuff like this, man. I do. One of the other hobbies I like is buying radios, especially the really old ones, or especially our new ones too, and making them look like they've been around for years, like rust them. I did a demonstration on it, showing you how to rust stuff out with paint. It's pretty easy to do. It's called a pat job. Got to pat it in, layered in, pat it in, layered in, pat it in, layered in, pat it in. Yeah, you can make stuff look rusted, corroded. You can even do the wires the same way. Now, I wouldn't suggest do the wires attaching to the radio because, again, you run the risk of getting electrocuted. But you can put a couple of them there that actually look like, you know, they've been skinned back, and you got to make it look like it's corroded. Give it a kind of a off green or light green kind of powdery corroded look. Really easy to do. So I like to age stuff. I like to buy new stuff and make it look like it's been around for centuries. I like to age it. It's also a way to basically how you can pat the glass just enough to give it that kind of smoky, dirty look to it, like it's been there for ages. Kind of a nuclear, you know, Holocaust kind of design to it. I like that kind of stuff. That's what I like about Fallout. Fallout has that kind of nuclear age to it. Ah, nuclear age. I like that. Return for that. Items that look nuclear age. Yeah. Nuclear age. Well, no, they got it different. I'm going to put objects. Objects. Teams that look nuclear age. They're talking about the nuclear age as in the age of nuclear bomb. Ooh, we could build that. I'm not talking about the real thing. I can build a model of that. Yeah. 1950s. Nigga, 1950s? 1950s. It was 1950s. Nuclear age was 1950s. You know, people in California, some of them find 1960s and 1950s, never 1960s. Yeah, I think Cuban Missile Crisis and all that stuff, people really thought we were going to have a nuclear war. But, yeah, some people in California still find bomb shelters that are still there. Old bomb shelters that previous owners or probably somebody selling the house off could have sealed it up, and they would do a remodel on the house and find it. I'm like, oh shoot, we had a bomb shelter down here the entire time? I didn't even know it. They don't really got to tell you at the end of the day, truthfully. As long as it's sealed up. Heck, they don't even got to tell you there's a mausoleum in your house either. Literally, they should, but sometimes they won't. I found out a house about that. There's a house in Buckingham Township. Never forget. It was like 75 acres. A big, big, big house. And I had just gotten to this car accident, and I was really thinking about going up and getting this house. And they told me some things about it, but they told me I couldn't change much about it. It was a historical landmark, and houses have been there since slavery. So around slaves have been around. So let's see, 1776. So it was more like in the region of 1600s in that era right there. So yeah. So anyway, long story short, They didn't tell me much about the house, but the house had a crescent on the front gate. So I researched the crest on the gate, found out it belonged to a bloodline of family members. And in that particular time, houses like that had mausoleums. You imagine that. You got a cemetery in your house. Well, Adam's family had a cemetery outside the house. But yeah, people would bury the dead on their property. So, basically, if you have a lot of land and you do bury a relative up there, you don't pay taxes. It excludes you from taxes at all, period. Look it up. Common law. I don't know what it might be in your area, but I know up here in Pennsylvania it is. Yeah, if you got some people buried on your land, and mind you have to have the land for it. Can't be burying people in your backyard. Don't do that nonsense. Anyway, yeah, you excluded from taxes. But anyway, yeah, mausoleum. Now imagine a lot of these mausoleums where kings and castles had them. They had the entire generation of people in there. Their basements were freaking huge. They had a whole giant mausoleum. You can walk around and get lost in that thing. But I think that's crazy. I know people get the whole thing about haunting and all. No, no such thing as ghosts. They don't exist. Demons do, ghosts don't. See, people get that mixed up. I used to walk through graveyards all the time. People say, ain't afraid of no ghost? There is no such thing as a ghost. The only thing that can haunt you is a demon. That's it. When you die, your soul goes back to God, right? Your body goes back to the primal dust in which it came from, because that's where you came from. You came from the dust of the earth. And your soul goes back to the one it belongs to. So, who's walking around in your house looking like Uncle Jeff? Yeah, those are demons. Demons can take the form of any human being they want. It says right there in the Bible that the devil can take the form of an angel. So if that's the case, then whatever's walking around your house and it may be speaking to you and talking to you is not who you think it is. It's a demon walking in your house. There you go. But anyway, yeah, that's crazy that you have. When I walk the graveyard, the only thing I see is people that have passed on, and I see that their souls have gone back and their body is there. That's it. The vessel is just there. That's all that's there. That's it. But I guess some people, it helps them get through the pain and all what they're going through, to be to talk to the tombstone, talk to the person at the end of the day, But yeah, your soul goes back to God. That's who it belongs to. But yeah, bomb shelters. The jacked up thing about it is that bomb shelter was not going to help you in any way whatsoever. Not from a nuclear bomb, it wasn't. It's kind of messed up, but it's true. Those things weren't going to help you at all, unless you had something. A lot of them, and the messed up thing about it is, a lot of the homes sold because they had those bomb shelters in there. And a lot of these companies that were building these things were really building these things out of crappy materials. These things wouldn't have taken a hit. Maybe some of them would have. You know how much concrete you have to have wrapped around you to survive a blast from an atomic bomb? You know how powerful those things are? They wipe entire cities out. And mind you, that's not even the crazy part about it is. It's the aftermath. That's the worst part. That shock that comes off of it? Gee whiz Louise, are you kidding me? You think you want to survive that at the end of the day? That's the funny thing I like about Fallout. Is the fact that they lived this luxury life, some of them did, in these vaults, thinking that the outside world was going to be somewhat normal. And then find out it was completely barbaric. Cockroaches bigger than rock wallers. You seen the size of the cockroaches? The jacked thing about it is light draws them in, which is jacked up because you got to have the lights out. You don't even know where them suckers are at with the lights out, but you can't have them on because you can just see them. Oh my goodness, man. I thought that was the most funniest series I've ever seen in my entire life. Don't go swimming in the water because there's things in there waiting for you too. So everything regenetically changed altogether. Things became mutantized. It wasn't the world they thought was going to be when they came out of there. And it turned out that the vault hunters, literally their items became collectibles. They're worth money. So they were hunted. Because they still had technology that was intact. When everybody else was scrounging around for bottle caps. Because bottle caps was a currency. So if you have a bottle cap collection, you're rich, by the way. But yeah, I thought that was insane that they really thought they lived this fantasy life, that they really thought the world was going to be tamed, and it wasn't. And I think the jacked up thing about it was the entire world was destroyed over the rich, the filthy super rich, because they wanted a world that they can have control, that they didn't have to worry about paying taxes and doing this and doing that. They can get more money. You're already rich already, and you want more money. They want power and control. That's what they want, and they feel they should have it because they feel at the end of the day they make the world tick. At the end of the day, they end up destroying the world. Most of them are gone. They died. Didn't turn out the way you thought. Somebody didn't redo the research on the atomic bomb. Like, yeah, you drop one of those things, it doesn't grow flowers at the end of the day, unicorns and magical reindeers. It's destruction at the end of the day. Death, disease, mutation, all that crazy stuff at the end of the day. Can't eat jack. Everything's basically engulfed in radiation. Yeah, that wasn't a good idea. But it's fun. It's interesting. I'm saying it's funny, but it's interesting that in the 1960s, where people were teaching their kids, teachers were teaching the kids that if a bomb drops, that all you had to do was go under a desk and cover your head. That shows you how naive they were to believe something like that. An atomic bomb. You could shield yourself if you put yourself under your desk and put your hands over the top of your head. You could shield yourself. Till you bump into Joe across the street that basically was in the war, and they'll sit there and tell you, oh no, buddy, you haven't seen what I seen at the end of the day. You ain't no way in the world you're going to survive that blast. You've seen an 8-bomb drop, and there's no way in the world you're surviving a nuclear bomb. It's not going to happen. So that's the crazy thing about it, on how I'd say back then the news was more controlled by the government. Now today you really can't control the news. These things right here control everything. We see action before they do because they're out there in the streets. Somebody slams into a car, a person with a cell phone is going to be there before the news is going to be there. They're going to have it all over the internet before it even get the newscast can get down there, because we got this technology now. So you are the news reporter for the entire world. That's why you got YouTube. You broadcast on YouTube. I watch YouTube before I watch the news now, because it's right there. Somebody was there before the news crew got there. Yep. You are the reporter at the end of the day. Everything that goes on. Majority of most people are convicted in jail because someone recorded with one of these. How fast do you think a news reporter, somebody robs a bank and they come out shooting, right? There are people right there with cell phones recording everything that's going on. I don't know why people can commit crimes anymore. There's literally people out there with cameras recording everything you're doing. Because everybody wants to get a little YouTube fame. So they pop up and there you are, all over the internet, everywhere. Yep. And then the newscast gets there after the aftermath. But the live version's already been recorded by people out there. So you can't really get away with stuff. Unless you've been doing it in an area where people can't see you, but anywhere you go, you're going to have somebody with a camera on their phone. So you really can't go anywhere. Truthfully, you can't even do it in your own home because you got people in your home that got cameras that'll record you. So no, truthfully, the whole thing about basically not being on, you'll be on camera regardless. Doesn't make a difference. You got maids. You got to have, you're rich and got maids. Your maids will record you. Your chef will record you. Your chauffeur will record you. Watch you snap and carrying on, act up. Oh shoot, I got freaking whatchamacallit, a famous star out here screaming and yelling. He'll sell that information over to the paparazzi, get rich, and you'll be out there splattered all over the place because they can get you with these babies right here. So back then, you didn't have this technology. So whatever anyone said on the news, people believed it. And people are scared to death about the Cuban Missile Crisis, which I thought that's what was happening in Fallout. When he was the cowboy, I thought that was because of that. But then later on, you realize it wasn't about that. It was about rich people having power. But back then, a lot of these bomb shelters weren't really 100% legit. They just put them in because it was an easy way to sell a house. Hey, we got a house right here. It's got a built-in bomb shelter in it. You can save your family at the end of the day. if anything breaks out, you think you want to survive that? Look, let's just say God allows the world to be destroyed by nuclear warfare, right? I wouldn't be sitting on top of the roof, me and Taco, and I'm just going to watch it all go down. I don't want to survive it at all, period. To survive it would be a nightmare. No. Because not only you're going to have to worry about at the end of the day, basically, probably starving to death, because you're going to have to come out of there sooner or later. Food's going to run out sooner or later, so you have to come out of there sooner or later. Radiation could kill you in the process. That could happen. It's radiation poisoning. You're all going to have all kind of mercenaries out there, people who survived, and they're going to show no mercy whatsoever towards you. You're lucky if you do find anybody that will show you mercy. It's going to be a hot mess out there. And then if there's any form of mutation, which there's definitely going to be mutation. If you look at Chernobyl, and they had the meltdown over there, guess what? They talk about this wildlife out there that don't even look right anymore. And they're still having radiation issues. And mind you, how long ago that's been. So just to let you know from the door. We're talking about a bomb at the end of the day. So, yeah, I don't think I want to survive all that. You don't know what to freaking mutate at all that. So, yeah, I'll take it on the roof. I never had a cigar before. Smoke me a cigar, and I don't drink, so I'll have myself some cognac. And I'll just disappear. Rather go out that way any day of the week. I don't want to survive that mess. Don't want to go through it. Then you got vandalisms, and not vandalisms, but people that are scavengers. They're the worst. So, yeah, it'll be Borderlands. Come to life and know it just like that. Nah, I'm good. I'll take it when the bomb comes down. I'd rather be right there when it hits. I'm good. But it's never going to happen. Never going to have nuclear war. It's never going to happen. You know, people went out and spent the money for all these bomb shelters, all kinds of stuff. You know, neighbors were talking all this trash to the other neighbors. Well, I don't know about you, Jeff, over there, but I got myself one of the ultimate bomb shelter. And they watch him get a new bomb shelter put in, spend 10 grand for it. They go and get a bigger bomb shelter. And they spend more money. They spend more money. And then they're stockpiling and all kinds of crazy stuff. People went nuts when all that was going on. They went absolutely bunker. You got a chance to see what your neighbors are really all about. Really got vicious. They got vicious with each other. And then guess what? It never even happened. We're still here. Never happened. Then you had the 80s. You had nuclear warheads. MX missiles and all that stuff. Russia had missiles. We had missiles. Remember the game called War Games? All that craziness that went on any given time, you know, everything was hot and heavy, like two cats sitting on top of a fence, one screaming at each other. Nothing but bluff. It's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. Because the world does not belong to man. It belongs to God. That's who it belongs to. Only he has the right to destroy it. That's it. I don't care what kind of missiles, what kind of rockets, how big of an army you got, how well trained your soldiers are. You're not destroying jack. You'll have wars. There will always be wars. There have been wars since the beginning of the biblical days. There will always be wars. That's what man does. We war. That's it. But you can't destroy the world. You can fight here. You can fight there. You can fight over there. You can fight here, 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 here. All over the world you can fight. But you can't blow the world up. That's God's job to destroy. And since it's written in the Bible, and God does not lie at all, period, then guess what? It's going to be that way. Yep. A lot of people got ripped off. A lot of people got ripped off. People went out and bought these bomb shelters, and they swore that these things were going to save them. They wouldn't have survived it. Told you in the classrooms, that's what they were teaching them. All you had to do was put your head down, and you could survive a blast. It's just like it's worse as they took those soldiers out there and they had them sitting out there to test about radiation poisoning. Remember that nonsense? Yeah, and they fired off that freaking nuke. And those men, all those men out there, they died. They died a horrible death. Cancer, all kinds of stuff they died from. Testing to see what the results will be. And then they finally dropped one of these things on Japan and they saw the destruction of what one of these things could cause. They don't touch them anymore. They won't go near them. Now, the weapons we got now are far worse than that. Yeah, we got rockets called a Minuteman. You ever seen one of them things before? They can be launched from a sub. Sub can launch a warhead, and it can hit a city that quick, that fast. 1 minute to reach a destination. What are you going to do in 1 minute? But like I said, never going to happen. It's not our world to destroy at all. It's not our world. It belongs to God. That's what it belongs to. Only God has the right to destroy it. That's why I don't worry about that. When I see both sides screaming and carrying on, and this side screaming and that side screaming, and people are like, oh, we're gonna have World War III, and I'm like, no, we're not gonna have World War III. Not gonna happen. Only war we're gonna have is between the devil and God, and that's called Armageddon. That's it. That's it right there. That's all we're gonna have. That's it. Stop worrying yourselves to death. See Christians doing that. Christians up there worrying themselves to death, worrying about man's problems at the end of the day. Stop doing that. What you worrying yourself for? When you read your Bible, what does it say in your Bible about the last days? All right, then there you go. Don't interpret stuff. Don't be adding stuff in there from man's world into the Bible. Tomorrow, but this is what this means. No, it doesn't mean any of that whatsoever. If you read the Bible and you read Revelations, trust me, it has nothing to do with nuclear warfare. Nuclear warfare would be a blessing to what's going to happen in Revelations. I'm going to tell you that right now. That's how bad Revelations is. Warfare, nuclear warfare, all out nuclear warfare would be a blessing compared to what Revelation is going to bring. So trust me, there is no place for you to hide. There is no place. It says right there that in the time of Revelations, when it happens, that it's going to be so horrible that people are going to beg to die. They're going to beg for the mountainside to come down on top and kill them. It's going to be that bad. I'm figuring out what I find interesting about Revelation is how the government's going to react to that. Can you imagine the sky opens up, you see Jesus coming down? What would the government see that as? How would they even be able to explain that? Because some people, Christians, will see it for what it is. But other people that are not Christians, and if you're an atheist at the end of the day, boy, you're going to become a believer really quick and really fast. But anyway, how's the government going to handle that? You think they're going to attack Jesus? You think they're going to launch their fighters and their military? And I guarantee you, people that are Christians in the military, they're going to watch them drop their weapons. They're not going to fight. Why? I don't care about your government at the end of the day. I'm not going to raise a firearm to Jesus Christ. So you lost your mind? No. You're going to watch generals, people that are true Christians at the end of the day. You're going to watch people walk away from the military. Heck, they might not even be here. In the rapture, when Jesus brings them up, they're not going to be here. They're not going to be here anyway to see that when Jesus comes in. He's going to take his people with him. But just say it got to that point where basically they launch weapons at Jesus to take him out. You can't destroy God. The very reason why you exist is because of him. So you can't destroy him. It's virtually impossible. So can you imagine watching soldiers walk away from this saying, no, I'm done. But that's insubordination. I don't care what it is. I can't do that. I serve him. You serve the president. No, I serve him. You're going to see real at the end of the day. They don't serve the president. They serve God. They defend our country. That's what they do. Our country itself is marked as a Christian country. At the end of the day, look at our money. In God we trust. We got people want to remove that. They want to remove the Bibles out of schools. They want to remove the Bible out of government buildings and all that stuff. But the minute all chaos breaks loose, the minute we have tornadoes and hurricanes and tsunamis and stuff we can't even explain, oh, now it's all about God then. Interesting. We don't want them here, but when the crazy stuff comes, now we want them. Yeah, pick a side. But anyway, yeah. You don't serve, when you serve, they serve God and they serve the country. You have to understand that. But if Jesus comes in on that cloud and they're launching war against God, and they're basically sending out jet fighters and whatever to try to take him out because they don't know what he know. For them, people don't serve God, don't know what he is, and some people do know what he is. People got atheists down on the ground will sit there and tell you the other day, oh, what, Jesus doesn't exist, blah blah this, blah blah that. And if he comes in on a cloud, they still don't believe it. That's got to be something else. Maybe some kind of alien life form or whatever it is. That's what they'll look at it. And you'll be surprised if you got a general who's a 100% Christian and you say, I need you to launch. He's going to say, no, I'm not doing that. But you're contracted, you're served. You're not, no, I don't serve here. I serve God. That's who I serve. You're going to see the real deal. You're going to watch soldiers drop arms and walk away. They're not going to do that. They're not going to attack their Savior. Nope. And those people that do choose to attack him are those who don't believe in God. And you will not win that. Just imagine, you wouldn't even get off the ground. Just a mere thought of God saying, you don't disappear, and you're gone. That's it. You don't even exist anywhere at all. Your existence is non-existent. Wouldn't even have the chance to do anything. He could just stop time, and you're just there. He's God. You wouldn't get a chance to fire one rocket, one bullet, nothing. Everything would just cease to exist because he can do that. That's the kind of power he has. That would be crazy, but you know that's what they're going to do. They can't explain it. They're going to basically go to war, try to go to war with God, and it ain't going to work. And you're going to see the other one pop up because he knows why Jesus is there. The time is here. You're going to see the devil pop up. And that's going to terrify the living daylights out of you. Yes, it is. You'll see Jesus there, and you'll see a demon pop up. And the way they explain Lucifer when he comes up is something else. It is. Yep, but I tell you, that's why, again, you don't get caught up in that craziness. You really don't. You want to basically get saved to Jesus. Jesus comes down. People that are saved are not going to see Armageddon. We're not going to see any of that at all, period. We're not going to see that. I was terrified. When I read the Bible and I read that part, I was like, oh, wow. I don't even want to see any of that. None of it, period. But we're not. Before that happens, we're going to be caught up. We're never going to see any of that at all, period. We won't witness it and we won't see it. That's why people are saddened when they have a loved one that passes off this earth and they haven't been saved. You don't go there. You don't. God has real strict rules about those things. And that's why you see people out on the corner and you see them out there preaching. The reason why they're out there preaching is because they don't want to see you go to that place. That's why they're out there preaching. They're calling out to you. And at first, I never saw it that way. I just saw it some crazy man on the corner. I got to find work a little. I saw some crazy man on the corner just shouting out his lungs. That's how I saw it at first. And then once I became saved and became a Christian, my eyes opened up. I saw for what it was. That's a man out there calling to save your life. But something's coming. It's coming. Got a mind review. Got to finish my scrap thing. Yep, as I see it now differently. I go walk up to him and I take a pamphlet from him. Thank you, brother. You're a Christian? Yes, I am. Yep, he's calling out to you. Some people will listen. They'll walk over, get a pamphlet, take it home and read it. Find a church. They're going to church. Start reading more about their Bible. Get close to God. And the devil's sitting there angry as can be. And we lost another one. But there's always more. And they don't like them when they lose them. They especially don't like them when they had them. Used to have them, and then they lose them. Definitely don't like that. Yeah. See, we come on here, we talk a little bit about this, and we talk about the Lord. I'm always going to talk about the Lord in all my demonstrations, even when I'm on site. I'm going to talk about the Lord. Even when I'm on a trade show. I'm going to talk about the Lord. See all my technology I got here? I got all this from Jesus Christ. That's right. My Lord and Savior blessed us to have all this technology. Every trade show I go to, they all want to know where my technology comes from. Oh, this comes from God. Everything comes from God. Oh, no, 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 we don't make this ourselves. No, no, no. This comes from God. All blessings come from Him. Yep. You know, every person that comes through and every person I've ever talked to, every single person, we give the glory to God. When customers contact me and say, hey, you done a fantastic job. No, that's God. He does all the work. We're just blessed to be here to be able to get it done. And He's the one that tells us how to do it all. And we're just blessed to be here to get it done. Without Him, it wouldn't work. Some people don't want to give God the glory. They want to keep it for themselves. And now there's glue. Why did it glue here, but it didn't glue there? I had to literally tape stuff down so it would stay. I remember Elvis glue back in the day. You can stick your hands together, it'd be stuck for a little bit, and you can take them off and peel everything off. That was kind of cool. All right, so it's looking quite nice there. We got our little robot people we can hook up in here. I'm gonna have to individually paint those little guys, so yeah, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna do glowing, which is good because we can do glow in the dark paints with those. Oh, I like my little scrap power station. This is looking pretty cool. It's looking pretty cool. We got to put a scaffold system right here. We'll put the scaffold system right here, and we got to make a ladder right here, ladder right down here. So you can see the robots coming in on this side. We'll have them coming in on that side around here. But I think we're going to make a little bit more, a bigger base for the bottom because I want to put a nice little power station. So I'd say we have to go to the post office and just get a couple more boxes for that right there. I don't want to use this because this comes in from my screen, But I figure how many we would need. I'm going to get 4 just in case, but I'm pretty sure we're not going to need 4. I don't want to make it too big because I'm not trying to have it take away from the desk, but I do want something cool. This is going to be awesome. So these are made to stay in here. I'm not worrying about basically them shutting down because they shut down doesn't make a difference at all. It's just a decoration. But we're going to have other fans on top of this that actually can be changed in and out. So I do want to put another fan here and another one in the middle. And that's when we're going to have that whole electrical system right there running back and forth and in and out of there like they're powering the fans. So we'll do a nice big wide cable here, one down here, down here, and we'll make them intertwine all together, have them going feeding through a piping system and come out through here. I wonder if I can get some see-through. Oh, I can get see-through PVC because I want to see the whole electrical system all wind together, come down in here, and we're going to have to cut in some peekaboo windows in here because I want to see a little like spark electricity go up here and here and here. So that'd be cool. We'll have wires jumping in and out of this. It'd be cool. And then we'll have the little guys coming in here, and we'll have them come up a little scaffold system here, ladder here, and we'll have a little scaffold there. They'll be doing some repairs on the system. We may have one up there in the corner right there with a little safety harness on right there in the corner, doing some repairs on the whole power station. That'd be pretty cool to watch, eh? I think that'd be pretty cool. It just started off to be just put the fans in a box somewhere so I don't have to keep tripping over top of them, and then it turned into this. We never do anything normal, which is good. It's good. That's why I said, you know, when I walk around and I'm taking care of my errands and stuff, every time I see something different. I don't see it the same way. I see something completely different. And that's what I love about my mother. My mother always made sure to grow our imagination, reading books, basically getting out to play, because your kids learn things when they go out to play. We went to camping and fishing and did all that stuff, you know what I mean? Arts and crafts and stuff. She did a lot of that stuff with us. And my mother's a tech junkie. Like, she loves technology. You think a country girl wouldn't like technology? She loves technology. That's how we got introduced to all this crazy stuff, because of her. Yeah, she's a big old tech junkie. Anything new that popped up, Radio Shack, gee whiz, we had just about every remote control cars. We had a CB radio. The CB radio incident. Yeah, that thing was freaking cool. It was cool until my older brothers figured out how to patch into the police station and mess around over there. We got in trouble and she took it away from us. But yeah, they're the ones that went up on top of the roof and put the antenna system in. Oh, that was hilarious. Everything was good. It was good until those jerkers got a hold of it. He was like, "You got CB. This is all you're doing with it? Oh, man, you have no idea what you could do with these things at the end of the day? Oh, my goodness, man." Jerkers got the ladder out of the garage, climbed up on the roof, put in this big antenna. Man, it was in there carrying on. So now they patched into the police station, was having conversations back and forth. And yeah, they popped up at the front door, Delaware police, and confiscated the unit. I was like, really? Mom was mad. We never got another one again, ever. And the chemistry set. Yeah, we didn't get one of those either no more, too. That was something else. He was always doing something crazy. Chemistry set. Brother was making something, and it was like he mushroom cloud, small one, goes up in his room and puts a black spot right in the middle of the ceiling. Yep. Brother Buddy studied chemistry too. In class, he figured out how to make a still. He was making moonshine. Learned how to make moonshine in chemistry class. He was the opposite way of that. And then when that became danger mind, moonshine could be explosive. He decided to make a little I don't know what it was, a brewery he was making in his closet. He was making he's using peaches and bread for yeast. I don't remember much about it, but I know he's making some kind of peach wine or something. Yeah, my family did crazy stuff like that. Heat lamps in there. Oh, he had heat lamps in one area. I know what that was at the end of the day, because they figure out crazy stuff on how to make stuff. But his mind's in a different direction. He's making wine. He was selling it at school too. But yeah, my mom found it. Shut the whole thing down, the whole operation down. Yep. Yes, sirree. All had that mind like that because my mother basically influenced it. She had a piano, bought a piano. We had music lessons and all that stuff. So she always tried her best to make sure her kids can learn as much as they possibly can to see what they would do later on. A lot of us became artists, and some of us were musicians and stuff like that. And others own their own companies. Some are military. And whatever we do, we just try our best to become the best at it. So we got a lot of high-ranking officers in our family. We got a lot of people owning their own companies. Yep. Now we're going to build this crazy thing at the end of the day. Started off to be normal, but in my head I just saw this. That's what I saw. So I know it doesn't look like much. It doesn't. They always start off this way. It never looks like much. But as we go along, we should have this done pretty soon. I figured get the blue today, and we can do the scrap job on it right now, get all that finished, build the base for it, and get that finished, cut everything out, put parts and everything together, and then we'll have it coated all black, which we need that because we're going to be coating that with the projector mapping technology. There's only black paint I got it on here, so we'll coat it with that. And then we'll put a little detail artwork into it, which I have to order some more color paint, so little robots at the end of the day, more of those lights like that for the power station. And we can build a power station from parts. As a matter of fact, I have parts. So, this board I'm going to basically use. Look how you hear something open like food. You eat snacks all day long. Look at this dish. I literally gave him a dog dish. He has a dog dish. And the reason why I got him a dog dish, because you know how cats are. Cats will eat their food, and they'll leave a little spot, a bald spot in the middle, and then they'll come and scream at you because there's no food in there. Like, there's no food. It's food right in there. Just take your head and move in that direction. But no, I fill his dish all the way up, and he eats what he wants. As you can see, he's not gigantic, right? He eats what he wants, so it works better that way. We have 2 of these. We only need 1 of these. That's all. So this we can convert to a power station. We just need parts. We can convert this into a power station. But this was supposed to be basic. Yeah, it never is basic. Anything we do is never basic. This we're never going to use again. This is actually the fan system. If we went on top of the heat sink, we could definitely get something cool out of this. And we can also power this sucker too. Let me see what this whole section is. Pretty much got to find the negative and positive to it. Oh, we should be able to get a kill switch for it too. Alright, so we're definitely going to design a kill switch for this right here. No power on and off, because I definitely could use this right here. And of course, to get this fan to glow nicely, we're just going to make it all glow in the dark. Oh, this thing comes apart, doesn't it? Hell, we got to take this thing apart and clean it. Alright. This will make a nice turbine engine for it. Looks nicely. Get it painted up real nice. Put a little glow in the dark in it. Little LEDs up in here, and we can make this thing glow in the dark. This is the only part that gets you in trouble when you can mod your PCs out. When you start taking apart stuff that actually is already put together, yeah, you void your warranty. Because we can void warranties too. We can. Just bottom line is that we start taking apart stuff like this is voiding the warranty from the door. Right, take apart everything else, and I'll take that apart too. Where's my screwdriver for this thing? I got a flathead screwdriver. I gotta get me these and pull these out. What's the point of buying tools? You never have tools around this one. These tools. This piece for that. So this thing has to pop open. It does pop open. I have the right tools now. Yes, they're in the box. In the box, it's underneath here. Yeah. How can you not talk? How can you not talk? Ah, 8. Now we're going to talk about screens today, yeah, but I just want to get into this. I like this in here. Oh, we got some extra wires in here too. We're not going to use these. I need extra long static. Look at you, looking at it like, oh, what kind of wire is that, man? What kind of wire? Cats are standing. What kind of wire is that? That looks absolutely scrumptious. Can't have that wire cut there. That wire is not for you. It's not for you. Now, I know the haters are saying, yeah, but look, let me explain something to you. You can say I'm not a Christian because I laugh at you. What do you want me to do? You want me to basically do the same thing you're doing? No, that'd be silly. Why would I do that? That's stupid. I laugh at you because it's funny. Because again, I've already won. That's why I tell people, you got somebody talking all this trash about you. Who cares? The reason why they're talking trash about you at the end of the day because they're jealous. That's why. You don't engage with them when they're doing that nonsense. You just sit back and just watch them get even more jealous. Because whatever you do, they're gonna be mad about it. They're mad about this. Everything we do, they're mad about. So you don't get mad about it. Now, if they're doing stuff again to try to make you look bad, and these are things that are basically they're breaking the law while they're doing it, then this is where you start documenting everything because then you get ready to take them to court. That's it. That's all. You don't get involved in all that nonsense. They make these weird puppet people of you. You don't go make weird puppet people of them. No, you don't feed into that nonsense. Never do that. Oh, there we go. See? Pop right off, just like that. Tell you one thing I learned, man, when I was a kid, I take stuff apart, never could figure out how to get it back together. Now I take stuff apart and put stuff back together again. Why couldn't that work when I was taking apart Christmas presents? Taking apart my brother's tank, like I wonder how this thing worked. Don't worry, we can take it apart, we'll get it back together. And then finally you can't get it back together. Or you end up with a couple of screws, extra screws, like, oh, we don't need these, this is not important. Find out they are important. That right there. Nice little setup right there. This is all that was trying to keep that PC cool. Can you believe it? I told you it's the same systems how they use for the PlayStation. Look at that. It's the same thing. So much dust got up in there. Wow. Actually, let me see. This is we got an adapter for this. Hold on, I got an adapter for 4-pin for this because we use them for the demos. For that, look at you, Tattoo. The Supreme. Alright, so we're the opposite out on this one. So this is 4 pins, 4 pins. This is the adapter that converts the Dell board 5-pin to 4-pin. That's what it does. But we need for that to be now a female. If I could do this easier, but I can instead of slicing into this and putting in a switch, there's an easy way to go about this. So basically, this right here is the 5 pin for the Dell. That plugs into the motherboard. This is also to the 5 pin that plugs into the motherboard. What this allows you to do, it allows you to convert to a 4 pin. Now, a 4 pin can be converted to a Molex, or we can just basically plug it right through one of these right here. 3 pin or 4 pin? Oh no, that's 3 pin. So you're going to have to get a 3 pin conversion for that. The whole wireless for this and the wires for that. But basically, faster way to do it, convert it to Molex, because this is a Molex power adapter, so we can run that too, also too. So we run our nice little turbine engine. Put some flashes on it, so this flashes up. That's why we got the vacuum cleaner, the vacuum all the goop for this. Alright, so what we have to do is we're going to have to get what's a 5 pin? Nice. There's a negative and positive right there. It's easy. It's catching it. I don't want to go through all that. It's just like freaking had to get that solder put right back together again. Right, so we have to get an adapter for this. So basically, let me see, 5 pin female. I need a 5 pin fin. Did I just butcher that? I did. 5 pin. Can we say this correctly? Seriously? 5 pin fan adapter to 4 Molex. 5 pin fan, CPU fan. 5 pin CPU fan to Molex. To Molex. 4 pins, 4 pin. That's the reason why Dell said 5. PC is not 5, it's 4. Dells do stuff like that to keep you from tampering with their boards. That's why they made them that way. Because they know there's no way in the world you're going to be able to find to take their parts out and plug it into another board, because the other boards have 4 and they have 5 pins. That's why they did that. So that's a 4 pin to Molex right there. But that's not what we need. We need a 5 pin. 5 pin add-on. 5 pin, but it's not 5 pin to Molex, is it? It has to be 5 pin male. Oh gee whiz, we're gonna be trapped in this nightmare for a couple of days. So it has to be 5 pin female. 5 pin female. 5 pin female. Six pin? Really? Yeah, we're just doing everything today. That's for Marty. Who the freak is running 6 pins? Jeez. From a fan you're running at the end of the day. The ultimate power system. Let me see. We got 5 pin. 5 pin. This is 5 pin, but yeah, that's the one I already had this already. We need a female. We definitely need a female, because that's a... No, we need a male, because that's definitely a female, so that's not going to work. So I pays to solder everything. Just solder everything. Dell, thank you. Why can't you just make it simple? Make it 4 pins. Or we got to do something different. Make it 5 pins is what we do. Gee whiz Louise. Like, really? Were we that scared back then of somebody basically duplicating? Yeah, we're gonna do it anyway. Let me see, 4 pins, 4 pins, 4 pins. And it was made that way. So also that you can only go to them and get parts. That's another way to do it too. Well, Xbox did it too. Xbox did it with their controllers. They made the controllers weird. They had weird attachments on the end of their controllers. Their peripherals were weird. On the Xbox One, you ever seen them before they became USB? They had all kinds of weird attachments on those things. You can't plug those into anything you wanted. You couldn't even interface them to PC. That's why you had to get something called a Joybox, which allowed you to hook up all kinds of different modules to your system. The Joybox. 4 pin. Everything's gonna be 4 pin. Really? Oh, we can get around that. Oh, man. See, this is where it started off simple. It started off simple of just basically taking the fans and put them into a box. Started off simple, and we ended up here. It's always like this. Always. Because then the brain starts racing at 100 miles an hour. We could do this. Let's put this together. Let's put that together. But then it's good. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. We go down travel. We learn the stuff going down this road. 5 pin. 5 pin. 5 pin. Mini fan. Wait a minute. What do you have here? But it's 5 pin to 5 pin. We need a 5 pin to 4 pin. That's what we need. This is why I miss having computer shops. You can just walk in there and talk to somebody like, yo, this is what I need right here. There's this nice shop I used to go to. God would modify your stuff for you, like right there on the spot. Like what you need, what kind of hookup you need. I'll hook it up for you right here. I can go in and ask for all kinds of crazy stuff. And this guy would go in there and solder, hook it up, put it together, test it right in front of you. That was a beautiful shop. And then for some reason, it just stopped. Not there anymore. 4 pin, 5 pin, 4 pin. But they're not, it's not female. Can we get the connectors? At least we get the connectors, we can make it that way, because that would work at the end of the day. 5 pin. Wait. Who has what here? Press for a power supply, but would it run the same way? It has a 5 pin to 4 Molex. Oh, hold on. No, it's not the same 5 pin. No, it's not the same 5 pin. It's not the same 5 pin. Oh, Mother Christmas tree, I swear. Tell just had to be a jerk about this. And that's a nice system. I would love to be the users of it. It's going to be a headache trying to track this piece down. So this is the headache we got to find. We need to find a piece, but it has to be a male. This has to be a male. Because it has to plug into this. This is a female. This is a female. Not going to fit. So one of these has to be a male so this can connect in. We need this pin system to connect into here. Because on the other end of this, we have a 4-pin system. And the 4-pin system can be hooked up to a Molex adapter, which can run through that. Yep. Connect the dots, people. It comes down to connect the dots. And scratching your head and going, no, I said I want this piece. Because, yeah, it'll dig up everything else except for you don't need. Molex fan adapters. Okay, hold on for a minute. What do we got here? Newegg has always got some good stuff in here. Nope, we got 4-pin and 3-pin. Odell, I freaking hate you so much. This is why they do this with their parts. And then you change out any of their parts, and the BIOS goes nuts in there. And it goes beep, 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 beep. Oh, you can't have that there, and you can't have this there. If you pull out the parts, and you put parts in there, even though they're working perfectly fine, there's nothing wrong, it'll still give you those stupid freaking notifications that'll pop up to tell you you got to put them back in. So some guy figured a way to slice into the lines, to leave them there in the board, to trick the board that they're there, but they're not there. To get around that, that's too much of a headache for me. I just go buy a whole new motherboard and just go back to basics. We need a 5-pin. Everything's going to be 4-pin. 5-pin, 5 pin. We need 4. These are all 4 pins. Come on, Mother Georgia Ghost. Do 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 do. Welcome to the world of modifications. This is where you'll be at. Like, what in the world? Really? Some people love being here. I love looking at stuff. You know, if we find out, oh, look at that. Yummy. This right here, you hook your Molex into here, right? So say you got a bunch of fans running, right? They're all running off 3 pins. Bam, 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 bam. You can run all those fans onto one Molex output. Sexy. That's sexy right there, people. That's sexy right there. That's extra sexy. You don't know how sexy that is. You don't know. Those of you those you don't think. Look at that. Because usually you have to daisy chain the daylights out of them, like from one here to here to here. But this is connect, 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 connect. You run 4 fans through here and just power them all of one Molex system. Because without that right there, you would have to convert each one of these into a Molex here and here. And then you would have to get a Molex Y adapter to connect ta-da, 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 ta-da. It's just a freaking headache. The wires all over the place where it's just tap, 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 that, and then boom, powered all through this. Oh my goodness. You know I need that for modification. We can't use it, but still, it's still beautiful. That's why I had people sitting there like, oh my goodness. You're sitting there crying. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. So, hold on for a minute. Hold on. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. We're not done. Hold on to your seats. Hold on to your bootstraps. Hold on to your loved ones. This is insane. So not only does it allow you to run, and I just caught this last minute. I was wondering what those knobs are for. Not only does it allow you to run 8 fans with 3 pins and run them into a Molex, right? But it has, on top of it, a fan speed controller. Fan speed controller. I'm done. I'm done. It was just too much. That was too much. I definitely need that. I definitely need that. You know how easy that would make it at the end of the day for me to run stuff at the end of the day to make it so much easier. Oh, I could have used this so many years back. I could have used this. You've got to be kidding me. We got to put one on this. We have to. It's a Molex. I can run all these. These little fans right here. This one and this one. They can run off that right there. Plug them right up into this. This would free up some of my Molex right here. Right here. I got a Y adapter for this. So plug that part right here into that right there. And then these individual fans right there, I can run them right into there. But if one of these had a 5 on it, thank you, Dell, it would have worked out fantastic. All right, I'm going to leave this over here. This is what we call this nightmare right there. We'll definitely get to that. It's a challenge. You got to get that to work. So we'll put that right there because I just got to find a pin for that, or we just have to get the soldering cracking in jacks, and that's what I have to do. I have to basically build our own freaking hookup. That's just freaking amazing. Oh my goodness. So that's why I like Newegg. Newegg has some pretty crazy stuff. So he said 5 pin. 5 pin female CPU. 5 pin CPU fan to Molex. No. 5 pin CPU fan. 5 pin. Female. Put down female, man. Female. No. What are you doing? No female. We don't need a female. We need male. What the frick are you doing? Male. It must be a male. It can't be a female. I'm going backwards on that. I did that one time. I actually ordered the wrong part and they got here. I was like, what the frick? They sent me the wrong part. I looked like, oh man, I messed up. Ordered the wrong piece. 5 pin. 5 pin. 5 pin. That's for power supply. 5-pin, 4-pin connector. That's a 5-pin. That's a female. Not. Gee, what's that? I'm so right, I swear. I wish AI can talk sometimes, I swear. Just listen to me. Just listen to me. Listen to me, Linda. Listen to me. I said 5-pin, male, to Molex. And then we sitting there, just bring me back the same stuff all over again. Like, really? This is the road we're traveling down today? You said, I know what I said. Can you imagine? Pretty soon we'll be having conversations with freaking AI, like arguing with the computer. Like, no, it's not what I asked for. I told you what I want for. Why would I ask for that? Look around you, because it'd be like be a camera to look around at your environment, especially if you're building stuff, because it can look at the same stuff you're looking at. Does this look like I need that? Does it look like I need that at the end of the day? But that's what you asked for. We've been through this 87 times a day. I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm unplugging you, by the way. You suck. Unplug it, comes back on, because it's near the backup battery system. Oh, that'd be hilarious. I see that being the future, man. You just have this desk. Drag and drop whatever you want, and you've got this huge camera that comes down from the ceiling. That's AI talking to you. And you're explaining to, like, look, you see these blueprints right here? This is the piece we need right here. We can't find this piece right here. But then by then, you'll have some kind of 3D print machine sitting over there, and it'll duplicate the part for you. Which, again, that would be a great idea right there. That's not a bad idea. I mean, they do car parts. That would be fantastic. Can you imagine that kind of technology? They don't have it already. You know how easy it would be to build stuff at the end of the day, because they can just scan. The system can come over and you can take the part and says, look, this is the part we need right here. We can't find that part. We looked all over the place. And they'll do an automatic search, go through the computer, can't find it, or track down a part close enough to it and says, look, this is what we need to draw it out. Scans that. Okay, scans this. Go over to the system, it prints it out for you. Now you got the part right there. Wouldn't that be crazy? That's the kind of technology I'm hoping, because I could build all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah, I need a turbine reactor, please. How big? Like the size of a Volkswagen. Turbine reactor. How much money? But then again, bad, and I'll tell you why. Because with all good technology comes bad technology. Because then you have people in there manufacturing weapons. Oh yeah, we need this freaking right here, like this cannon right here, yeah, right here. And we need basically design with shell catchers on it. We need basically suppressors put right here. And basically, I need it where basically we have a drum C-mag with crazy stuff at the end of the day. And the system would basically design it. I'll tell you something. And we are Elon Musk, these guys at the end of the day who have these super IQs developing in the future. You're trying to work on the future. How about you do us all a favor? Make a replicator. I'm just saying. And if you know what I'm talking about, if you're a Star Trek fan, you know what replicators are. For those who don't know what replicators are, you ever seen when they walk over to in the kitchen and they ask for something and the machine brings it up, replicates the item? There's a replicator right there. You just ask for food. That would actually cure war hunger. But it's curious, like, how does a replicator work and what is it using? It's almost like similar to like 3D printing meat when you really think about it. But when you're a kid, everybody liked the replicator. Everybody wanted one. Star Trek can ask for anything you want. The menu has anything you want. So basically, it can bring up Klingon delicacies, any alien race, it can bring up their food. Anything. And it's funny because, what was the one? Was it number 1 or number 2? I forget which one it was. Anyway, he would ask for the weirdest stuff, man. He'd be asking for like Klingon soup and crazy stuff at the end of the day with live worms and stuff in it. And Captain Picard would be asking for stuff from our era. Like, we asking for sundaes and popcorn and stuff like that. And they're like, what's that weird thing? It was actually a popular treat among, Earthlings. It was a sundae. They'd be intrigued by the stuff he would ask for. He asked for the stuff from our era. Yeah. Data would just be interested because Data was interested in everything. I like when Q made Data laugh. Thought that was pretty cool. Which is weird because Data wanted to be human so badly, but he didn't realize he was already being human already. He was. The fact that he was trying to learn to be human, that he actually was near human. He just didn't see it. 5-pin to 4-pin adapter. Really? Walmart has this thing? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That can't be true. Female to 5-pin male. You gotta be kidding me. Walmart has this thing. I'm gonna be blown away. Blown away! Five pin. No, but it's 5-pin female. You got it wrong. It's 5-pin. You got 5-pin female. We need 5-pin male. Oh, you know, I can't go into Walmart. These are online totally. Okay. I've reached the brink of, I don't care. 4-port, 5-pin. It's a 4-port. It's not the same thing. No, that's for an adapter system. Has to run 4-pin fan system for a 3-fan system. That wouldn't work at all. Period. Alright, we're just going to build another turbine because I'm not going to. Dell parts are a freaking pain in the neck. So, let's get something in a weird fan because that's not going to work at all. Gee whiz Louise. Let me see. CPU fan. What's on? Let's go to Amazon and get it. CPU fan. The expensive one. I'm just going to modify it a little bit. I need small to anything gigantic. So let's see what we got here. Maybe something that glows would be nice. Maybe there's some copper. If it's copper, it's going to be expensive. We have to paint it copper. That's what I want to do. It's way too big. I've had those before. These are huge. Something small. Like that right there would be nice. Because what I would do is basically, I need the case is nice. I'll just take the fan out, remove it, and put one of these in I can actually adapt to. Oh, echoes in the dark. That's nice. That thing's gonna be huge. Need something small. Let me see. Can we get for a CPU fan? Can we get a 60 millimeter? What's the smallest we can get? Can we get 60s? 60 millimeters. Bam. We can get them. 60s. And they run off USBs too. Ooh. 60 millimeter fan. Let me see what we got here. That's a 60 right there. There's a screw back there. Though I hate you on so many levels, it's not even funny how much I hate you. Gee whiz, they make their stuff so you can't tamper with jack on them. So they put a rivet system in there. Wow! So I have to change this thing out. How do we go about changing it out? Where's my freaking screwdriver. Oh, goodness, I swear. It's just made this like super impossible for you guys to tamper with. I'm gonna get around that biosystem. Oh, I'm definitely gonna get around that thing. I'm definitely gonna figure a way how to run one in. That's why I got the motherboard still in there, because I'm gonna figure out how to do it. Yeah. Yeah, it's big jerks about the whole thing. I bet you when they're putting this board together, they're laughing their heads off like, I feel sorry for the guys going to try to come in here and rewrite this, redo this thing at the end of the day. Or they're going to have a hard time getting around all this. Put in all kinds of freaking security protocols. Keep people from touching their stuff. Oh, I got dirt on me. So, all right, whatever. We'll build the whole turbine system ourselves. We just built the whole thing. Might as well put everything else together. So we're literally going to build that. We can build it. We can build something quirky, design, put on the side of this thing right here. It's not hard to do. Ooh, what are you? Why is there water splashing on you? Waterproof. Are you freaking kidding me? Waterproof? Why would not even though it's waterproof, you still got to run power through it somehow. So basically, yeah, I'd run this off a battery. There's no way in the world. But that's freaking interesting. It's waterproof. Excuse me. We can experiment with this. I would run up a battery system, then that way I don't run the risk of getting electrocuted. Definitely would not be sticking my hand. If it's wait, it's waterproof. Wait, no. We're off here. Waterproof and submersible is two different things. Just because it's waterproof doesn't make it submersible. Which means water splashes on it, yeah, but it doesn't mean it could be submersible. Which means can you stick this thing underwater and see what happens? Kind of was crossing my mind there for a minute. Wait, these are 60s in white? Oh, no, they're 120. No, they're not. Usually they don't do the lights. Something that small. Alright, let me see. Gotta do it normal. Gotta do it normal. No. We never do it normal, because that's not what we do. Can we get these in LEDs? Can we get them in 60s? I mean, I'll even do an 80 millimeter. We know we can get those with no problem whatsoever. It's a 120. We don't think that big. It's too huge. No. What's this right here? Oh, we definitely have to see that's 120 millimeters. Those are too freaking huge. Are these 60s? 92s. But I don't want the colorful fans on it. I don't want all that. I need blue. All right. We'll bring it back to the basic. 80 millimeters are not that big, so we can take 80s. I'll take 80s and that way you can put a nice little electrical effect to it. 80s. They're easy to get. These are run off of Molex. These are basically $12. Because that's blue, and we got these wires right here coming out of the power system into that, because we want everything to match, so it has to be blue. Ooh, look at you over here being extra sexy. Wow. Look at that right there. I like this. We put that glow in there too. Oh yeah, because we have to basically paint the whole inside of that with that glow, so everything glows in there in blue. And then we'll have the wires and stuff coming out of it, so it's being charged from that. With the electrical going off. Yeah, we're on a little power station. That's what I want to do. Oh, wait a minute. Better yet, we can make this an open power station so you can see everything running. So we'll have like a kind of a compartment here, like a kind of a a pole running through it, because we can't put a pole that spins in the middle, so we'll have to put it here, 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 and here, and we'll have it open so you can see all the wires and cables and everything running through in here all around it, and we'll do it that way. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but in my head I see something different, like completely different. I'll explain it to you as we put it all together. But yeah, and it's got a neat fan cooling system with the LED lights. Yeah, can we go a little? I'm greedy. Just trying to see what else I can get away with. Look, it does have the Molex on it. Okay, be grateful. Go with that. Oh, look at these right here. Of course, we already know that it's negative and positive. Find out the hard way. Electrocuted, and like gee whiz, I thought that was correct, but it wasn't. Got myself cooked. Here we go. Let me see. Yeah, but we don't want no colors in it, man. I don't want colors. I should just go back to where I was at. I was happy over there. There we go. That was a good one. Hold on. Sorry. And these right here, this one's below. This is actually below. Let me see what this is going to give me. Oh, that's more. That's got more blowy. So much more blowy. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And it's got the Molex on it. Oh, with the 3-pin adapter. Oh, I mean, we can convert one of these into that easily, with no problem. See, it's got that nice little adapter piece right there on the end. It's got the 3 pins right there. Boom! Get that 3 pins. Hook it onto here, right here. Instant generator system ready to go. Look at that right there. So we got a system. This is going to cost us $12. Well, actually, go to the fan too. It's going to the fan. That's perfect. I want to build a nice little generator system. Yep, we're going to build the whole thing out of cardboard. Whole thing. The whole generating system, power supply, the whole 9 yards. A lot of cables and wires. Those circuits in there. Take some of that power supply apart. Get all those circuits and stuff out of it. And put it all together so it looks more realistic. And then we'll basically get a nice coating in there. Make it look real nice. I love it. It's going to look absolutely amazing. Everything. What the freak is he doing in the background? I'm looking at this bowl. Right? Look at this. So cut the bowl in half, and you put one section here. Of course, we'll have to build a foundation for it, and one section here. And we put the fan right there in the middle, and it kind of gives the kind of turbine look to it, doesn't it? It's got the kind of ruffles here, and what we'll do is when we paint all this, we'll take each one of these and paint it with a glow-in-the-dark fluorescent so it kind of gives off like it's glowing. Doesn't that kind of look like it? And then we stick the fan right there in the middle. It's pretty cool, huh? So this right here is going to come out looking something awesome. That's why I say you got to think outside the box. I could cut that a little evener, but yeah, it'll work. That'll work. It doesn't have to be straight, because you know why? It's a scrap setup. They took parts and pieces and stuff and put it all together and made this makeshift power supply. So the story behind this whole entire setup is that this is the power supply that powers the city. Those machines are designed to basically keep this running, and all they do, they're scavengers. They just collect parts from all different places, and they just put it all together to keep this machine running. So it keeps all the power running in the future city. Kind of nice story with it, eh? I like my little future, my little stationary fan system. All right, so let's go out. I gotta get some glue so I can finish this, and I needed a break from the screens for a little bit. I did. Yesterday, I had to I uploaded a lot of videos, but I had to because everything needed to be documented. Everything needed to be documented. Yeah, a lot of work yesterday, getting that all done. We got it in red too, but we want it in, we're gonna make it in blue. Just gonna have it in blue for our power station. All right, people. Well, I hope you enjoy your day. You really do. I hope you do. And we're going to basically just going to get my cardboard, finish doing the repeat process on this, give it a more detail and refined look to it. So I'm going to get a lot of cardboard pieces like this to cut up and put it on there. If you want to come in and watch that, it's up to you. I am going to talk some stuff about projection screens and stuff like that. This just started today because I just thought I need to get the big bulky fan off there and put something in it, do something different, and it just turned into all of this. So paintbrushes do our detailed paintbrushes, but we're going to need something a little bit more detailed for the robots. So something like those sizes right there for our little machines, our little robots. We're going to get, each one will have its own name. Give them little names and stuff. It'd be pretty cool when we put the whole thing together, put a little break room in there, like to have them sitting out there and have a little break room at the side and have them sitting there and have oil, like a little oil container there. That'd be kind of cool. I like to design stuff like that. So, every time you look at it, it changes or something different on it. So we'll make a little break area for them, for our little robots. They're doing the work on here. Might put a charging station in there too. It'd be cool to have a little charging station, have one sitting in a little charging station with a light over top of it, like it's being charged. Oh, that would be sick. That definitely would be sick. You can run one of these cords to it. We just need a short one. Have it come from the power station, have it wrap around, and we can put a nice little box area where the robot can fit inside of it, and then have a little glow inside of it like it's being charged, and then put the little charging wire right there like he's being charged up. Put down charging station right across the top. So what we'll do is we'll get a piece of cardboard, like a rickety sign, something like that, nothing like this, and we'll just basically paint in charging station, put it on the side. That's going to be cool. We're going to do something really nice like this. Of course, we get a bunch of those robots, so we'll probably build some other sculptures too and put robots in them. See what kind of cool stuff we can design with it. It'd be cool, like a little movie theater. We can do a little movie setup, robot theater. It'd be pretty cool. Get a little portable projector set up in there. That invisible technology. Oh, it'd be sick. We'll have a ball with that. Yeah, we're going to do some pretty cool stuff. Might as well. Now, next thing you know, I'll probably incorporate it into a PC build, which chances are it's probably going to happen. But if we're going to do that, we have to do something crazy. Like, we're going to have the PC can't be in a case. It has to be open. It has to be exposed. Parts have to be here. Parts have to be there and there. Like, they're all putting it together. Oh, man, it'd be kind of cool if we can. Oh, man, that'd be sick. It's coming in my head. I'm sorry, people. It's just rapidly coming in my head how cool this would be to make this PC in different pieces and stuff. We can have some of it where we can have it like, I want to levitate some of it. If we levitate some of it, we can have it like a crane system, like they're operating the crane, like they're moving it. But we can have a nice little PVC clear piping to hold it up a little bit where the hardware, where the motherboard screws are, because you want to be seen to be a little invisible. And that way it would look like a crane, like they're operating a crane. So the robots are actually building the PC. Would that be a sick setup or what? Everything will be out and exposed. That'd be interesting. Now, see, I would do that with an old Dell because we don't have to change anything in there really. It's just in there just for show. It's just for decoration. That's all it is. We got to do something with the rest of those robots. We got a lot of them. We got 100 of those robots. We got to do something with it. So we'll just go buy an old Dell, take the whole thing apart, take it all out, interchange the parts and stuff, and it'd be kind of cool what we can do with it. Yeah, we're going to make a whole little section like they're actually built in the PC. Would that be cool or what? Tell me, I'm get some good ideas out of those little robots at the end of the day. That'll be cool. All right, hope you enjoyed our demonstration today of what we were doing. One of these days, I might get an arts and crafts channel. There are a lot of cool stuff in there. I watch arts and crafts. I love arts and crafts at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, message to the haters out there, look, at the end of the day, don't hate you. I don't give the devil that opportunity. What the heck is in there stuff in my pants? I don't hate you at all. You may hate me, but I don't hate you. But, as I said before, take your time and do something else with it, more productive. Life is very short. Every minute that you waste doing something that's negative, you don't get that time back. Better you spend it doing something positive with it. Instead of you hating your neighbor's lawn at the end of the day, go over and buy him something nice. And maybe he'll show you some pointers how to make your backyard look fantastic too. And then you can knock down that fence. You can have a joint yard together, and you can sit out there and watch movies and sports. Your families can grow together, and you'd be surprised how amazing that all turns out at the end of the day. Instead of you being bitter and hatred about being full of hate about it. It works out much better that way at the end of the day. Like, man, I used to hate that guy over there, and then one day I decided to just walk over there and have a conversation with him. Turns out he's a really nice person at the end of the day. So he gave me some pointers on my lawn. Take the pointers. Never come full glass. You learn so much coming half glass. Learn some new stuff. You'd be surprised the kind of people that can teach you new stuff. Taught me how to do some fertilizer stuff, and look at my grass, man. It's gorgeous, man. And we talk every single day. Now y'all don't have the fence there no more. Now your kids play and their kids play, and y'all barbecue and have fun and everything. There you go. There you go. Instead of just being bitter, full of hatred, and letting the devil fill your mind with all kinds of dumb stuff until you do something really stupid and you find yourself in jail. And now you're not in front of your lawn anymore. Now you're not in front of your house anymore. You don't have that anymore because now you're sitting in prison. Yeah, better to go the other way. That's why I don't feed into what the haters do. And the haters do all this dumb stuff to me, doxing addresses and messing with my family and doing all this dumb nonsense. I don't do that stuff back to them. I just collect all that stuff for court. All right. With that being said, again, hope you enjoyed the time. We're going to do some more arts and crafts. We definitely are. And can't wait to show you what this thing's going to look like. We're going to have to print some stickers out too. We got to get some stickers. We're going to print out some more cookie stickers and stuff. Show you how to make your own stickers. I think I showed you in a demonstration how to make cool stickers and stuff. This is fantastic for your kids too if they want to make cool stickers and stuff for themselves. And we're going to put some really radioactive signs and stuff like that, and warning signs here and there where they can't go and stuff like that. But then again, they are machines, so they can pretty much go where they want to go. Or high voltage areas, stuff like that. All right, thank you for your time. Thank you for coming in. Of course, we thank our Lord and Savior for always blessing us with amazing ideas, because again, if it weren't for Him, none of this would be possible. Gotta go. Thank you for your time, and God bless.